Rain gets an upgrade? Rain? The one guy everyone was going to get anyways? Could have gave it to Rizer. So Naked Rain gets an upgrade so he doesn't get power crap. Makes sense, considering he was very much threatened by Feener of all people. You can tell they really think highly of her, seeing as they'll guarantee her on Rain's banner. She's not even featured in the banner with her own name on it. The banner itself is kinda cool though, but also a potential slap in the face, as it doesn't guarantee the Naked Boy anyways. You don't even get the tickets to work your way up to the safety net, so while it does look nice, you might be spending 20,000 lapis for just 50 Rain fragments and a Feener. Still, you do have a better chance at getting Rain here, for a potentially cheaper cost and with additional fragments, so the gambling game is willing to take on all comers. They've also got the banners for the safety nets. 20 tickets for a premium is sad and whatever, and will ultimately cost you 60,000 lapis for one copy. Feener, however, requires 30 coins. I haven't been paying too much attention to the previous banners, but I'm pretty sure this is a big jump. To offset this, her featured banner is much more generous, almost as if they want to get rid of her or something. So why does Rain suck so much that he needed buffs? Well, you see, the damage dealer didn't support. Crazy! Now granted it's great, but also not particularly new. But despite the single use and 3-turn duration, it has great potential in compounding damage when combined with Dish Tripper's very own leader skill. His EX plus 2 also gives him passes that add morale scaling, because all the hype around him must have died down when absolutely no one mentioned him. Jokes aside, this is pretty insane, considering the extra stuff doesn't just give him Clash of Wills tools, but likely additional Clash of Wills category, which may come in handy in the unbelievable future where he's not your leader. I'm not mad about the buffs, but it's pretty clear you could have buffed others, you know? Some are probably more deserving of them than armor stripping Rain here. Look out! It's the enemies you've beaten like 3 times now. Will we win again? What, 20 turns? Is this actually a hard fight? The 4th chapter of Dark Lineage. Complete this tale and get this vision card, which, well, it's not the best, but it's also not the worst by any means. Rain's vision card, best for fire units. Feener's vision card, well, is Feener even in this? Oh, she's up there, with part of her head cut off. If you conquer the Omega Core, you can get a free Season 4 unit Laswell. Really? It's kinda funny how the main advertised guys are Tyvis and Laswell. Man doesn't even have Season 4 art. A bunch more units got leader skills and Sabin? Why are you in a bundo? Have they been selling grandest damage dealers or something? The niche Japanese units get buffs. It does definitely make them better in their niche, I guess. Having a gas? Was this supposed to be a Naked Rain fart joke? Oh, it's Dwayne. I have no idea who this is. But looking at his first iteration, it all makes sense. He's a Fire Dark Knight. A Dark Knight that uses fire. Sounds wacky, but what we've got here is a lot more interesting. Introducing the next stage in general buffs, with a 450% boost to stat buffs and a 350% boost to limit burst damage, among other cool things. Still, you can't use it in fights without the morale gauge, and given that we didn't see what Rose Dwayne covered, it's highly possible that he's just copying Rain, just a damage dealer with a support buff. Now this buff is incredibly powerful, but also temporary, a 3-turn duration on a whopping 10-turn cooldown. But gee, oh golly, wouldn't be crazy if he had units who can shorten cooldowns. The super limit burst is pretty interesting, in that it seems to strengthen his base limit burst, sort of making that the stronger tool. It also might make things difficult with higher EX levels. On one hand, you got to use the stronger damage faster. On the other hand, you might be on a turn limit before you lose his limit burst when the super limit burst comes up instead. Of course, this is all easily answered if Dwayne has his own way to fill his limit burst gauge reliably, and it's not like there haven't been predecessors for that kind of thing. He has a leader skill, 300% for Clash of Wills units. Now given that no one liked Laswell and he was 300% too, it stands to reason that this is terrible. And compared to Rain, that's usually the case. But there are 3 powerful Clash of Wills units that wouldn't benefit from Rain. Who could they be? Regardless, 500-300. And given that Dwayne isn't premium, it's clear this is just a taste. For the 3rd Elena with her leader skill, with 1,000,000% boost for Clash of Wills, with 1 billion lapis required, so obviously it's best to keep your head down for someone who's just a bit more CG charismatic. Anyways, there's some other cool stuff too, but he's coming the week after the Naked Guy. And as we all know with naked guys, it's hard to see past their mood with a tongue. I guess that's why it's part beast. Oh boy, we're gonna bring the Naked Guy to this fight. Obnoxious drops. Hello. Kaido is a great choice. King Bohemian and Kresnik have strong defensive support, and I can't wait to see the limited equipment. The rings got upgraded. Magisters and Emperors are better than ever, and oh, Explorer looks good too. And this is where the video ends.